everyone. It's Shamila Ramjawan coming to you from the Red Corner Show in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's the Red Corner Show's first birthday, as well as Women's Month. And today, my guest on the show is Fatima Monono, known as the Kaftan Queen. Fatima is also Ladies of All Nations South Africa Ambassador. Hello, Fatima. How are you doing?
Hi, Shamila. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm so looking forward to you sharing your journey with us.
Thank you for having me. What an amazing opportunity.
Before we go ahead, Fatima, please tell us, I know a little bit about you. Please tell our audience a little bit about your background, career, where you are now, anything that you would like to share with us.
Wow, thank you, Shamila, once again. So my name is Fatima Monono, and I am a mother to a 5-year-old. And I'm the Kaftan Queen. How I started the Kaftan Queen, it came in the form of a dream. And before that, I was actually a pure romance consultant, and I was doing quite well with the platform. And it was an American company. And unfortunately, due to COVID, they had shut down their South African branch or stores. And then luckily, before that, I had this amazing dream that came to me that I must open up a Kaftan business. And I remember having this conversation with Jenna Clifford, who once said to me, always have a diary to your bed, because you never know when God is going to speak to you in your dream, and you wake up and you must always be ready to write down your notes. And that's exactly what I did. And I remember waking up at 3 a.m. that morning, early hours of the morning, and I wrote down the Kaftan Queen and I went back to bed. And I put that aside, not knowing that one day, actually a few months later, it will be something that will blow up and be what I am today. And I wrote down that name, the Kaftan Queen. And I think a month later, Pure Romance shut down South Africa. And then that's when I opened my business, the Kaftan Queen, during a pandemic. In November, I remember registering the business, and that's when I started. And I also have an amazing business as well on the other side, which is a seafood business that I started because my husband and I normally go to Mozambique a lot, and fish this side, seafood this side is very expensive, and you don't get that much of options, and something that you'll get your prawns this big, but that side prawns are like huge.
I know, and besides the prawns, what about the cashews?
Exactly, the cashews as well, yeah. So then I opened the business as well, the seafood business, and that's also been doing quite well. That was started this year, earlier on this month, this year, earlier on this year, I started the fish business, the seafood business as well. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing the Kaftan Queen, and the Kaftan Queen business, and it's been an amazing journey. I've learned a lot. I mean, Pure Romance really taught me a lot, and I took those skills and I implemented them into my businesses as well. So in a nutshell, that's me, and I am the firstborn of 4 kids. I'm the only girl, and I've got brothers, and I'm born in the Eastern Cape. I was born in PE, grew up in East London, and moved to Joburg in end of 2007-8. That's when I moved to Joburg.
What an amazing story. So you're a wife, you have a 5-year-old, you have 2 businesses, and you started the businesses during COVID-19.
That's correct. During a very tough time in the entire country and in the world as a whole, because businesses are closing down left, right, and center. And I mean, we had to be creative and start come up with something that would be working still during COVID. And who doesn't love looking beautiful and feeling amazing? And I've created a brand for women from all shapes and walks of life. And that's how my business was born.
Absolutely stunning Kaftans, I must add. And, I still have to get my hands on one. So definitely that's coming soon. It's just that I haven't found the event to go to wearing that yet. So yes, COVID has affected all of us. But Fatima, how did COVID affect your business? Or did you have to reinvest, realign, or did it have a positive swing on your business?
Shamila, I'd say it had both negative and positive, with, like I said, being a top performing consultant for the business Pure Romance, and then having to shut that down. And I had a team under me, so having to console the team as well. And we're all crying and so sad that the business had closed down. So that did really affect, COVID has affected everyone. So it also did affect my business as well, which was the Pure Romance business. But like I said, we can't be in a corner and be sad and cry all the time. We just need to find different avenues and be more creative. And that I took that and I put it into my new business, the Kaftan Queen business. And at first I was scared because I'm like, how is this going to be received? Is it going to do well, especially during a pandemic? But my God, my ancestors have delivered, and it's been an amazing, amazing journey. I mean, I've got clients from all walks of life outside of South Africa, in Botswana, in America. So I've got a lot of people that follow my page and that are actually supportive of my business.
Well done. So you've created a global business. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I would say, though, I'd like to add on that the fish or the seafood business was a bit affected, especially with the looting in our country as well, because my trucks couldn't come through to South Africa because of the looting. And also because of the COVID, it was a bit difficult to get stuff through into from the borders of Mozambique to South Africa. But like I said, once again, God was like, no problem, my child, we shall deliver. And it's been good. It's been good.
So that must have been a huge loss because seafood, you need freezers, you can't keep it, out for too long.
Exactly.
So exactly. Did you have quite a loss?
I didn't necessarily have quite a loss. More than that, the delay, I would have orders from shops and people that actually have restaurants that would order from me in bulk. So those orders were a bit delayed due to the looting one, and obviously with the COVID as well. So, but what I would do, I would order on time for all my clients to receive their stuff on time. And luckily, because I've got amazing clients as well, they understood the challenges, especially with our country recently going through looting, that the delay was due to that as well. But now we're back on the road, we're back on it, and everything is fine now.
Is it all on order, or is it pre-order, or do you have a shop?
I actually have a fridge in my home. Because we've had to reinvent ourselves. I did not want to have a situation with my Pure Romance, I'm sorry, not with Pure Romance, but with the Kaftan Queen business as well. I don't have a store. I have 2 seamstresses, and I keep all my stuff in with my seamstresses or here at home. I've made a space in the house for my kaftans, and I also do not want to have the trouble or the problems of overheads and rent at the end of the month, especially with everything that's going on. So I had to make that strategic thinking that, okay, fine, let's stock everything at home and we sell it at home. And hopefully with God's grace, and I will be able to have a mobile store, which I'm working very hard for now, so that if Shamila wants a kaftans, we put everything inside. It's a walk-in closet that's on wheels. That's what I'm working on now.
How amazing. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's what I'm working on now.
So Fatima, just something very interesting, because I thought you were importing your kaftan. So is it made here in South Africa? You said you have 2 seamstresses.
Yes, it is. When I started the business, I was importing my fabrics and my kaftans from Thailand and China as well. But then with the COVID, things were getting delayed and my clients would be waiting for their orders, and I did not want to be dealing with such headaches. And I also wanted to be a proudly South African brand that sources locally, produces locally, and empowers and also gives jobs to our local people. That's when I moved from getting my stock from abroad to sourcing my own material myself here in South Africa. So I source out my own material. I go out into the factories, I look for the material. I think I would wake up at the wee hours of the morning and I just draw something and I give it to my seamstress, and they are just an amazing, amazing team. Behind every successful business is a team, and I'm really grateful for my amazing team.
For sure. So how long does it take to make one kaftan? So obviously it's custom made, so people can tell you what they want, so you design it accordingly. Yes. How long does it take to make one?
So the kaftans on my page, I've got an Instagram page, I'm sure you've seen it. Those I normally make for the summer, and for the summer spring collection is easier. For winter, it's by order. But for summer, I would make maybe, I remember when we started, I made 20 kaftans. And because those were easier to make as well, because it doesn't need no sizing. Kaftans, you don't need a size, it's one size fits most. And I've even got pregnant women wearing them because that's the comfort. I wanted to create a brand that is comfortable for women, and also to feel comfortable and to just be comfortable in your own skin as a woman. So I made 20 when I started. So the summer spring collection is easier. I make bulk on those, but the winter collection, it's by order because I need your sizing and I need to know how tall you are and et cetera, et cetera. But we make bulk, and then when those are finished, we take orders from that.
For the people that don't know about Kaftans or don't know what it is, can you describe it and explain to them what it is, please?
So what I'd like to say, Kaftan is a 2 perfect squares. I call it that because it's 2 neat perfect squares, and that's it. And it is, you can wear it with your floppies, you can wear it with your sneakers, you can wear it at a gala dinner, you can wear it at the beach, you can wear it to a cocktail event. That's what I wanted to create. And you can actually wear it at the airport. I've worn one at the airport. And what I love as well is that when you fold it, it folds nicely to be this small and can fit perfectly in your bag.
Wow. And do you
Yeah.
choose the fabric? Did you use different types of fabric, or you just have one sort of fabric that you use? That's the favorite.
I love my silk, 100% silk. That's what I use. I'm a silk girl. I use 100% silk. And then the winter stuff is obviously with jersey material. There's different jerseys that we use or material that we use for that. But the summer, spring is silk, 100% silk. That I go and look out each and every one. I check them properly myself. Yeah.
If somebody wants to get hold of you on Instagram or Facebook, please share your details.
So my Instagram handle is the Kaftan Queen _. The Kaftan with a K, not C, the Kaftan Queen. Also the same on Facebook. Facebook is the Kaftan Queen. That's the page. And then our email address is at the Kaftan Queen, Fatima at thekaftanqueen.co.za.
Awesome. We're going to check it out. Fatima, just on the seafood business, what are you bringing into the country?
So I bring in the red fish, I bring in the panga fish, I bring prawns, I bring crabs, I bring, yes. So anything you want, I can bring for you. So let's say you wanted 20 crabs, I can get you 20 crabs. Oh, wow. and I also share on my status on how to make them. I'll share videos on how to make some of them. So yeah.
Wow. No, I can make a really, really good crab curry.
Ooh, I can't wait to try that. I must come have some when you buy some.
Definitely, most definitely. And it's so difficult to get good crab in Johannesburg. You know, whenever I go down to KZN, I always bring up crab. Yeah, it's very difficult to get crab here. If you do get it, you get the really tiny ones.
Yes, that was also what I was frustrated about, Shamila. I mean, you'd go to a restaurant and they charge you an amelie for prawns that are this tiny. Yes. So I was like, no, people can't be charged like this when there's amazing, amazing seafood or fish and crabs and prawns all in Mozambique. And that's when the market came for me. I was like, this can actually be a business that I can be into because I love my seafood. I love seafood. Yes. And for me, it was easy to just be started as a business as well.
Wow. So how can one order from you? Pardon?
I'm saying wait until you try my crabs. I'll bring you a tray of crabs.
I'm definitely going to try your crabs and your prawns. So how does one get hold of you?
Well, the crabs and the seafood, people can contact me on 071-456-2354. That's where they can order the seafood. And then we deliver them. I've got a driver that can come and deliver.
And how long, just say I place an order today, when would I get it?
So let's say right now, the crab, you place your order today, you can get it tomorrow. You place your order today, you can get it. I normally give a leeway of 3 to 5 working days so that I'm able to, if I don't have stock of what you want, I can send my guys to bring it for me and then you can get it 3 to 5 working days.
Wow, that's actually quite a workable lead time.
I try my best.
Amazing.
And obviously with things going wrong, with the COVID, with everything that could happen, I always communicate with my clients that an order, if it's supposed to be done 5 days later, if there's any hiccups, I make sure that I communicate with my clients or my customers.
And I'm sure people understand, especially with COVID now, there's delays and challenges in everything.
True, they do. I mean, I must say people have been very, very supportive, and no one has been breathing on my neck about their orders because I make sure that I deliver. And if I'm not able to deliver, I believe in communication and honest communication with your clients or your customers. That is how people want to be communicated. If you know that something is not there on the time, just be honest and communicate. No one will never not understand, especially with, like you said, with what's going on in our country.
Yes, I think people must be supportive. That is so important. Yeah. So Fatima, where to from here? I mean, you've taken on 2 businesses during COVID-19. You're such an inspiration to people out there who want to start up businesses. It's never too late. If you want to do something, go out and do it now.
It's not at all, Shamila. If you've got a business and you've got a dream, don't ever let anything stand in your way. Go ahead and do it. And pray if you must, fast if you must, but do what you need to do, and just have faith and have faith in yourself and your dream. And I think that's one thing for me. I had faith, and I knew that there's no way God will give me this dream at 3 a.m. and then just abandon me with it. So I just took it and I went with it. And I mean, every business has got its own challenges. But for me, I dust myself, I wake up and I listen to my Joel Osteen, who is my go-to person whenever I need some inspiration. And I get out there and I do it. And I mean, it also brings so much joy to me as a mother, as a young woman and a young Black woman in South Africa, doing it and having a son that looks up to me as well. Because now he knows, I'm like, he will ask me, Mommy, you're going to a meeting, to a Kaftan Queen meeting. So for me, it brings me so much joy as well to know that Mommy is doing something that my son can also be proud of.
Absolutely. I'm sure he's proud of you, and you're instilling such good values in him from such a young age as well, because he now knows how to differentiate between mommy duties and business duties. Definitely.
So when he sees me all dolled up, he's like, Mommy, you're going to Kaftan Queen? I'm like, yes, Monono, the Kaftan Queen.
But you were talking about being all dolled up. Whenever I met you, whenever I saw you, you're always just prim and proper, style and class, always the most exquisite person in the room, looking at your best, makeup on point. How did you, it's a pleasure. How did you manage that during COVID? Were you getting up, dressing up, showing up at home?
Yes, I actually did. It's the funniest thing ever. Sometimes my brother would also laugh. He's like, where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. But sometimes as women, we insecure about a lot of things, or we'd wake up and you don't feel like showing up. But if I've got a Zoom meeting and I've got meetings to get through on the day, you need to show up. You need to show up. And I think my mother instilled those values in me as a very young girl. My mother once said to me, never ever leave to go to even if you're going to the garage, don't ever wear your pajamas, your gown, and your slippers. You never know who you might meet. Mm-hmm. So I think that has always been in my mind, that it doesn't matter where I'm going, always look your best, because you never know your next opportunity, where it's going to come from. So whenever an opportunity comes to you, always look your best, because unfortunately people judge you from how you look. Yes. And if you're going to rock up in a doek and pajamas, no one is going to take you serious. Mm-hmm. Show up the way that you want people to respect you and to also interact with you.
I so agree with you. And that's such good advice to all the girls and women out there, and even the men, and you need to also be attractive and look good and smell good. Yes. So, just take care of yourself. I think that's where it comes in, the self-care. And just talking about self-care, how did you manage during COVID just to stay mentally sane?
Shamila, I think with a supportive family, support is very important. Be it from your partner, be it from your family, but support, be it from your friends, support is very important, because there's no way that you're not going to have those dark days and those days that you feel down, but it's all about who you surround yourself with. And I try and surround myself with winners and people that are voting for me and rooting for me. And that I know that if I pick up a call and I say, I'm calling Shamila today, I know that Shamila would leave me with a message of encouragement. And even if I'm feeling down, I know that after speaking to you or speaking to someone that I call a friend, I get out of the conversation a happy person and I get out inspired. And another thing that, like I said, I listen a lot to Joel Osteen. He's an amazing, I love his podcasts. I listen to them all the time, because we are women, we go through hormones, we go through our own things that we go through. So we do need those kind of encouragements from time to time. And a family that is grounded, you must always be grounded and believe in yourself, like I said, and keep going. Just keep pushing and keep going. And always speak words of encouragement. In my bathroom mirror, I've got words of encouragement sticked in there. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am loved. I am a queen. I just have those random things that I've written.
I love those affirmations. I think they're so important. And that is, you're actually providing so much of information for women or for people out there to use, because people don't think of certain things, you're going to read something today, you're going to forget it. But if you have something where you can just pin it up in your room, your mirror, anywhere, and just look at it and think about it and just try to figure out how you're going to change your life or how those
True.
words will change your life. And it's so
So true.
important because we
It's
tend
very
to, I mean,
important.
as we get older as well, we tend to forget so many things. But I mean, if
You need to
you
share your
have this in front
secret.
of you, yes, you have it in front of you and just repeat it. You know, it's the one thing
Yes.
saying, okay, go and stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself how much you love yourself and you believe in yourself and whatever. That's also important. But try to do different things as well.
Try to do different things. Try and there's nothing wrong, Shamila, in self-love. Some people might think that it's too much or you think you're better. But let me tell you something. No one is your biggest fan than yourself. And you need to be your biggest fan and root for yourself and tap yourself at the back from time to time.
Absolutely.
We are women. There's nothing wrong with you speaking words of affirmation. I do it all the time. I speak to myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I read my affirmations back to me, because that for me is what encourages me and gets me through a day. And if you speak positive words, because we must also be very mindful of what we say to ourselves, whether you're alone in your room, looking up in the sky or on the ceiling, speak positive things, because how you speak to yourself is how the universe will take it. So if you say, I'm a queen, the universe, oh, she's a queen.
Yes.
I'm successful. The universe, she is successful. So if you say, oh my God, I'm not successful, oh, this is too much, you're going to walk around the whole day like that. So I don't ever want that for myself. I don't ever want that for myself. And also because I've got a young human watching and looking at me. Even in the car, when I drive him to school, I'll play podcasts, like the Joel Osteen podcasts. I'll play words of affirmation so that he knows that he's a king. You are a king. You are smart. You are intelligent. You are beautiful inside and out. So that as it grows, no one must ever tell my child or any child that you're worthless. But they must know that my own mother instilled this in me. No one can ever break it or take it away from me.
That is amazing. He's going to grow up and say, I used to listen to that in the car with my mom.
Yes.
That's going to be, yes.
He actually does say it now. Like when I play it downstairs in the TV, be like, oh, mommy, remember this? I'm like, yes. So I'm like, oh, he actually does pay attention. So my work is I'm happy with that.
Wow. So, just talking about self-love, they say it's when you start loving yourself, it makes it easier for other people to love you.
So true, definitely. And I also believe in giving back, Shamila. It's very important. When you give back, God blesses you back. An open hand is a receiving hand. I do a lot of charitable work because I believe in giving back. There are so many kids out there that need that love, even if you spend just an hour, 30 minutes of your time just to give back. And I know you are the queen of giving back.
Thank you.
I look up to you because you give back without blinking. You'd make time for things that I like that to give back to the unfortunate or the people that can't or don't have. And that's very important, because once you give back, it comes back 10 times to you.
I so believe that it comes back in abundance. And, it's not just me, but I think there's so many people out there that are doing such incredible work. A lot of them don't want to be recognized for it because they feel that it's publicity. But, I have a different swing to that, because the more you go out there and tell people you're doing certain things, okay, we don't publicize everything we do. There's a lot of stuff that we do under the radar that people don't know about. But the things that they do see, we're trying to encourage other people to get on board and help as well.
Exactly. Because I mean, if you keep quiet, how is someone going to know what an amazing job or amazing work that you're doing? You need to tell people. It's not about trying to get seen or anything like that, but it's trying to build a community of giving back. By me knowing that Shamila does Princess D, I know that, okay, fine, I can go and support Shamila because I know what she's doing. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. I appreciate all the support that I get from you and everybody out there. Truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And yes, if we can help people, why not? Exactly. Fatima, is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Shamila, not really, besides my amazing message that I want to share with women. It's a poem of mine that I read. It's literally stuck in my bedroom. I walk past it every single morning, every day. So I'd wanted to just share it. I'll read it. It's one of my favorite poems about women.
Please go ahead.
So it goes, it's called Who You Are. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are funny. You are kind. You are unique. You are worthy of love and affection. You are never too much, and you are always enough. You are precious. You are a diamond, a rose, a pearl, the most stunning of all God's creation. You are worth more than you could ever imagine. Your worth suppresses all earthly things because in the eyes of the Lord God, you are loved. You are powerful. You are strong. You are capable. Any voices in your mind that tries and tell you differently are from the enemy. You are a daughter of the living God, cherished, loved, and adored above all things by the creator of all things, for the glory of him who is greater than all things. You are awesome, and don't you ever forget that. Happy Women's Month.
Wow, I love it, and happy Women's Month to you too.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shamila. Thank you.
What an amazing way to end the show. Thank you, Fatima Monono from South Africa, who's come on board and chatted to me, and I've learned so much today as well. So I'm sure you're going to create quite an impact in the lives of many people out there. Thank you for sharing.
So. Thank you so much for having me in your amazing show. Keep doing the amazing work you're doing and rooting for women. Because, and one thing I want to say, it's very important for us women to come together and support each other. There's nothing wrong with me rooting for you, even if you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. God blesses us in different ways. We should always support each other and root for each other. It doesn't take anything away from you. So thank you for always being a rooter for women.
Oh, thank you so much. We try our best. And thank you for everything that you do. And I wish you all the success in your new venture with the fish. I'm going to be in touch with you anyway. So yes, we have to place that order. Yes, and all the best. And we'll chat again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tashamila.
Take care.
And thanks
Bye.
for the Red Corner Show. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
You. Bye.